Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Kingwood Township School 8th grade Class of 2020 graduation ceremony. This year has been a memorable one for sure, and I want to take a moment to thank the parents, the staff, and the Board of Education for their continued support. 8th graders, I am so proud of all that you have accomplished this year and for the way that you have handled these trying times. Frederick Douglass once said, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress."
Good evening, KTS staff, family, friends, and fellow 8th grade graduates. My name is Angelina Miller, and I'm very honored to be here reading this speech on a very special day. Even though this is an unusual graduation, we can still find light in it, and this day is still very special to us 8th graders, our teachers, our family, and friends, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Tomorrow makes it 9 years of being in Kingwood from day one, so I guess you can consider me one of the originals. But where'd all that time go? I remember the first day of kindergarten, I didn't know anybody except for my neighbor, who obviously had cooties since he was a boy. It took a little time for all of us to adjust to the kindergarten lifestyle, but gradually we became more comfortable with each other and school. I remember venturing out into the hallways, watching the 8th graders stomp around school, laughing and yelling and stinking up the hallways, and to be honest, it was pretty terrifying. But now we are those 8th graders. It is crazy to think about how much we've all changed. It seems like it was just yesterday when we were pretending to be asleep in our dad's car so he can come carry us into the house. Most of us have grown up together and seen each other at our worst, like crying on the playground or crying after getting a bad grade, or getting embarrassed for crying in front of friends. Most of us have seen each other at our best, like scoring the highest grade in the class, leading the kickball team to victory, or getting Student of the Month. I remember the whole class whining to the teachers on field day every year because they couldn't wait any longer to go outside and play. By now, we've taken our last tests, we've heard the last sirens of our last fire drill, and we've opened our last report cards from Kingwood. It is crazy to think that our last normal day at Kingwood was March 13th. Tomorrow, we would be hugging our friends goodbye. We would be shutting out our lockers for the last time, and we would be waving goodbye to the teachers standing outside the buses. Since the coronavirus outbreak, we can't have our traditional last day of school as 8th graders. But I won't cry because of this. Dr. Seuss once said, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." This is a good quote considering the conditions we're in right now. The next chapter in our lives is coming, whether we like it or not, and we have to let go of the past. We can't look back and cry. The memories will always be there, and now we have a bright future ahead of us, where we will make new friends, have new teachers, and have a new learning environment. We definitely are prepared for whatever obstacles are thrown at us in high school and beyond. So thank you everyone for helping me and my fellow classmates be prepared for all of these obstacles. I would like to thank my sisters, my teachers, and most importantly my parents for pushing me to become the person I am today. I really appreciate all of their love and support. Now, for what we've all been waiting for, congratulations to all of us 8th graders. Congratulations to our parents, and finally congrats to the teachers and everyone who helped us graduates reach today's accomplishments. We made it!
Hello, I'm Tom Cicciarelli. I'm the mayor of Kingwood Township. On behalf of myself and the Kingwood Township Committee, I want to wish the class of 2020 the very best on your accomplishment for your graduation. I hope you and your family can have a very, very joyous celebration of this great event. Thank you.
Hi everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Kingwood's Virtual 2020 Graduation Ceremony. My name is Nalia Navarro, and let me just say I'm so grateful for all the friends, family, and staff that are able to witness the KTS Graduation Ceremony of 2020, even though we can't all physically be together today. As you may know, this year was different for all of us because of the merging of Kingwood and Milford's middle schools. It was definitely different, and I know many of my fellow 8th grade classmates would agree. But I really think we all did a good job adjusting and coming together as a class. Even though we weren't able to finish this school year the way we thought we would, it has still been quite an adventure. And while I'm not saying I'd do it again, I am thankful for all the amazing moments I've been able to experience up to this point alongside some amazing people I've been able to meet as well. Back at Milford, we all pretty much grew up together and we became very close to one another. So the transition to a bigger school with even more classmates and even bigger classes was 100% nerve-wracking. But when we got here, I think I can speak for all of us when I say our nerves changed. We met new people, shared laughs and moments, and it changed us all, in a good way, of course. Isaac Walton once said, "Good company in a journey makes the way seem shorter." And I've never related to a quote more. Having people I know with me really changed the entire experience, and I'm so grateful for each and every person who came along for the journey. I'd be lying if I said my experience at Kingwood was flawless. But whose was? I've had a decent amount of test stress and doing my homework on the bus type stress and saving my work for 12 o'clock at night stress also. I missed the bus almost every morning, and if I ever was somewhat on time, I was chasing it, so I don't know if that counts as on time. At least I got a morning run in though. That's a plus, I guess. But anyway, what I can say truthfully is anything that happened at Milford and Kingwood schools wouldn't be as memorable without the people we experienced them with. So here we are, graduating. We were top dogs in middle school, big 8th graders they say, but we will soon be stripped from that name and given a new one. This is the ending of an era. And not yet the beginning of a new one because we have a whole summer to wait, so slow your roll, but it will come faster than you could say homework 3 times fast. I really enjoyed spending my time with everyone in both schools. Staff as well. I didn't forget about you guys. You guys are the ones that pushed us to be better and to work to our potential, which at the time we didn't think we needed, but now looking back on it, thank you. I really appreciate the relationship you guys worked to build with us. Again, thank you for listening to my speech. Thank you friends, family, and staff who was a part of this journey. None of this would be possible without your structure and guidance. I'm so excited to continue and level up with my peers and also to carry on having fun. I'm wishing everyone good luck in high school. Once again, thank you to all the families, friends, and staff members from both Milford and Kingwood that helped us get here today. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations. I can't wait to see you all on the next adventure.
We are the knights, we're black and red, with one heart so true. So stand and do our very best, and sing our song for you. We learn our subjects day by day, our teachers, staff, and friends, who guide us in our daily quest.
Good evening and welcome parents, family, friends, staff, and fellow classmates to the KTS 2020 Virtual Graduation Ceremony. I'm Jamie Markowski. And when I imagined my 8th grade graduation and end of year, I did not expect this. I'm a strong believer that everything happens for a reason, so what I can tell you is that our graduating class will be remembered, that's for sure. Even if this time is thought of as dark and uncertain, there's always the light at the end of the tunnel, so things can only get better from here. The past 9 years of my life at Kingwood have had their highs and lows, but I don't like to think about it that way. If the experience was just easy and straightforward, I would have never learned from my mistakes and grown into the person that I am today. I can still remember the very first day of kindergarten so many years ago. We were all so new and confused about what was happening. Since then, friendships have bonded, tons of memories have been made, and we've gained so much knowledge from all our great teachers. Yes, of course, we can actually read now, but being vulnerable isn't always bad. Because as time has shown, everyone, myself included, can make the best of a new and sometimes uncomfortable situation. Try not to fear the bad, tough schoolwork, friendships getting broken, will I make the sports team, etc. But rather turn that into inspiration to work even harder towards your goals. It's difficult to believe that we're already graduating. I can remember being a lot younger and watching the, at the time, 8th graders graduate, thinking how far away our graduation is and how it is going to take forever to come. But here we are. Although it might seem like we're departing into our own paths in life, we're still going to be with each other for the next 4 years. 4 years seems like a long time in perspective, but when I think back to 4 years ago from now, I realize how fast the time actually goes and will continue to go in upcoming years. The future is exciting and holds many more memories to be made. This may seem like an end, but it's also a beginning, and I am confident that we will all be successful in whatever direction we choose to take into high school and beyond. Although every new day might not be as exciting as others, there is something, whether big or small, good that happens every day. And for me, a lot of the good things that happen are spent around the people I love and the things I love doing. If you have a dream, a hobby, or anything you love doing and thoroughly enjoy, keep doing it. Haters are going to hate, but what you can do is block out the doubt and negativity. A quote I love is, "Life's not about waiting for the storm to pass, but learning to dance in the rain," by Vivian Green. And that's exactly what I hope my fellow 8th grade graduates and I can use as we go up into this whole new chapter of our lives. This is Class of 2020, my friends. I want to thank family, friends, teachers, staff, and everyone else who helped us all get to this point. I especially want to thank my graduating class and everyone for working relentlessly towards providing us with this graduation. Under different circumstances than usual 8th grade graduations, we still deserve all the recognition we earned. Although we missed out on some memory-making experiences, this doesn't take away from any of the ones we've already made. It's very sad to be leaving a school that myself and many others are so accustomed to. I also want to take this time to say goodbye to all my classmates not joining us in Del Valle next year. We will miss you all so much. I am very thankful for this experience Kingwood has provided, along with the memories that will last my lifetime. We've made it this far, so let's celebrate. For many great years at Kingwood and many more to come in high school.
Good evening, class of 2020. Over the years, I've delivered many speeches, and I always try to make this event special for the graduating class. Normally, the idea of speaking in front of a large audience intimidates me, and you would think that having an empty gym would make it easier, but it doesn't. This is just one example of the many that has impacted the class of 2020. Now, I wish you did not have to experience such adversity at such a young age. However, I can already tell that you have a foundation that will certainly serve you well later in life. In life, we don't always get to decide what happens to us, but we always get to decide how we want to respond to those challenges. How we respond in life will certainly impact what our future looks like. Oftentimes, when life gets challenging, we try and resist or control what is happening. We think that we can change the way things play out. Now, I'm not saying that your choices don't impact your life. They do. But sometimes in life, things happen, like COVID-19, and we are forced to pivot. What does pivot mean? Humans are notorious for following a path that will lead them nowhere. Our ego drives us to places that don't really make sense. We know we shouldn't do something, but we do it anyway. This approach to life only makes it harder, and you are farther away from where you want to be, and life only becomes harder. Pivoting lets us look at life through a different lens. It's not that life isn't going the way we want. It instead is more of an adjustment or a calibration to get us to a better place than where we were going. In child development, we call this mental flexibility. This is our ability to adjust and change our environment and our expectations. Utilizing our mental flexibility usually happens when things are not in our control and changes the course of our life. And tonight is certainly one of those moments. I need to clarify that this does not mean that you are not in control of your life, and your choices, good or bad, won't impact you. It's more of an awareness that there is a balance between what we can and can't control. Don't let those things we can't control change your direction. During these challenging times, we have a tendency to have wishful thoughts about the present or the past. And we wish that life could be different. Words like, if only, or I could have been here instead of there, or this should have happened to someone else, are all ways of thinking about how the present could be different. These thought processes are usually triggered by negative events that block one's goals and desires. These are called counterfacts. They are thoughts that have a variety of effects on emotions, beliefs, and behavior. I hate to inform you that although this event has certainly impacted the way we all thought your last year at KTS would end, this will not be the last time life throws a curveball at you. Please know that I too wish we could be in this gym surrounded by your parents, family, and friends and KTS staff to celebrate this incredible moment. Although we are not together tonight celebrating this event, we can learn a lesson on how we can look at the things that will happen to us through a different lens. I mentioned that counterfactual thinking is a process we go through when we reflect on the present or the past. The good news is that we have two types of counterfacts, upward and downward counterfacts. Upward counterfacts look at the situation and find ways that make us believe that the situation could be better. We then think about the future being better, and it causes us anxiety and regret because we are not happy with where we are right now. And we think about how much better the current situation would be. When we think about how the future will be better, it makes us feel bad in the moment. The other way is called a downward counterfact, and it makes us look at life and think about how life could be worse. When you look at life and think about how things could be worse, you appreciate all the positive things we have and how lucky we are, even during times of challenge. Trust me, things in life can always be worse. I will give you a few examples. One, it could be that you are not in an environment where you are surrounded by people who support and love you. Or you could have made poor decisions that would have prevented you from graduating ever. Or your last name could be Dr. Falkenstein. This moment in time is a blip in your life, and you will have many other positive outcomes in your life as you continue on this journey. So don't let this set you back. Your mindset is the only thing you can control during these challenging times. Tomorrow, each of you will receive a gift from your KTS family. It will help instill more downward counterfactual thinking in life, more thoughts on how life could be worse. When we think about how it could be worse, we appreciate what we have. Have you ever forgot to charge your phone or your Chromebook, and then you have to fight a dead battery all day? This can certainly add stress to your life and make a complicated day even harder. Now, I'm not going to lecture you and say that you could have prevented that by charging your phone the night before or with some downward counterfactual thinking like, a low battery is better than a dead battery. Sometimes in life, we just need a little extra help, a little extra support, a little extra juice to get us through the day. So tomorrow, each of you will receive a KTS Class of 2020 external power supply. This will serve as a reminder that the entire KTS family is always with you. And when times get rough, you can always look back and remember how lucky you were to be surrounded and supported by people who always saw the best in you. Congratulations, Class of 2020.
Samuel A. Alpaw. Austin Allen Acock. Tyler Nicholas Bowen. Sophia Bella Bolby. David Brown, Jr. Avery E. Caban. Bridget Grace Conlin. Natalie Eleanor DeTample. Samantha Kate DeTample. Cassidy Rain DiBenedetto. Drake Tyler Erico. Yusuf Iskander. Matthew Anthony Fulmar. Elizabeth Jacqueline Furman. Harrison Zarnett Gale. Michael Gohill. Veronica Hart. Elena Lee Hensel. Grace Fereshta Jalvani. Tristan Alexander Jasant. Alden Sage King. Abigail Grace Cooster. Jacob Everett Cooster. Owen Michael LaRue. Carly Noel Lawton. Benjamin Levy. Emma Alyssa Liskowacki. Rebecca Ann Long. Emilia Rose Marinelli. Jamie L. Markowski. Giovanni J. Martino. Nicholas Morrow. Alyssa Rose McCarthy. Angelina Miller. Caitlin Marie Moshberger. Nalia C. Navarro. Aiden Lawrence O'Connell. Troy Matthew Roboski. Kevin Roman. Matthew Roman. Kevin Serpa. Ty Jonathan Sims. Emily Ruth Trevithick. Christian Villanueva Cruz. Brian Paul Zappe. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you Kingwood Township School, Class of 2020.